Hello, welcome to Eden's Fun Crochet. I'm Eden, and today we are going to make another circle vest.
Eden's Fun Crochet.
I've been working on this basically for the last 3 weeks of February. I have been in a very, crochet slump, but I didn't stop crocheting. I was just kind of not motivated to crochet, and I made this. I used this ball of yarn, which was not very much, so I needed more to go with it, with the variegated. So I picked out colors that went really well with it, and I decided that I want to make another one because I still have lots of yarn, scrap yarn to use. So I'm going to make another one. This one's very like purple and blue. So I think I'll do one that's like maybe pink and green. I like the idea of choosing a variegated color and then adding colors that were in it. But I do not have a lot of variegated yarn because I tend not to use it. So we'll see what I have, and maybe I'll do a different closure for the next one. But I really like this lace look, and then it has like the ruffles around the bottom and around the collar at the top. So I will be doing it a little bit different. This one I just kind of made up as I went, and I think I'll do that again. I want it more lacy, like I did, just like chain one, double crochet, chain one, double crochet, which worked well for increasing. But I think I want to do more of a design in the next one. And I don't think I'm going to do the ruffle edge, and I'll probably do a different closure. So we'll see. We'll see what the yarn decides to do. So here's my scrap yarn. We've got lots of yellow. Got lots of blue. So I pulled aside some yarn to make a bag that I never made. So we're gonna go ahead and pull these out. So I know I said I wanted to do green and pink, but I do not have a lot of pink or green. Like, these are all pretty small balls. I used for the other one, I used like a few balls that were this size. Like around this size, I used like 5 balls this size. So this green and pink would not be enough. I'd have to add another color. Also, I did not find any variegated yarn in here. I have plans for this one. I want to make a cute bucket hat with white. That's like basically the same as this bag, but a hat. I thought that would be really cute. That'd also be a really cute vest, but I think I'm sold on it being a hat. It would be a really cute vest, but I think I want it to be a hat. I have this one, which could use up a lot of these blues that I have. There's this darker blue in here. I could use that. I could use this lighter blue as well. And then I could also use this white and this. It doesn't quite match, but I think it's close enough to parts of it that it would work. So I could do that. That's option 1. Option 2 is yellow and blue, but I kind of already did that. I could just do like a rainbow. I could do like red, orange, yellow, green. Maybe I'll start with green and have it be the center because it's the smallest amount of yarn. And then I'd also have, like, I could use either of these blues. I don't have any purple though. Maybe I could do like pink instead of purple. This is the only purple I have. So that's option. Okay. Let's see. We'll go through options of that. I also have this. But none of these super match. Because this blue is the only one I have that really matches. The orange is too bright. The pink is too bright. The green is too bright. I don't know. No, I don't really have anything that matches this one. And that's it as far as my variegated yarn goes. If I had a car, I would just go to Walmart and buy something, I think. But my husband has our car and he will be gone. He will get back from school at 5:30. So I can wait. But let's look at our options. Option 1. Option 2. Option 3 would be to do just blue. Got lots of blue. We could do like a white, black, and gray. I tend to not use these for scrap projects because I always need white, black, and gray for other things, and so I tend to just hold on to them, so then I just have lots of little balls. So not sure about that one. I could also do like round in with the white, black, and gray because I only have these 2 tan colors. Or what are we on? Option next, we could do like a warm tones. We could do warm tones. Or we could do just cool tones, which would be mostly blue and a little bit of green. And then again, I only have this purple and I don't think that'd be enough to tie it throughout, so it'd just be green and blue basically. This green wouldn't really match if I did it with the blues, either with this one. So those are the options. Or I could buy a variegated yarn that kind of ties along with these. Or I could try something else completely. I do have up there where you can't see lots of solid color yarns where I could pick from. I just would rather use up these scrap yarns, which makes me think rainbow. I think I'm leaning towards rainbow because if I do rainbow, then I can use up some of like all of them. And then I can like, maybe I'll just make it colorful and not necessarily a rainbow. That way if I run out of one color, I can just keep going with other colors and have it be more random. I like that idea. Let's do that. Let's do a rainbow vest. Okay, now I need to find a hook. Okay, I'm going to use the same hook that I used for the last one, which is a 5.25. And I started with too many stitches last time, so I think I'm going to start with 6 because that seems to be a good circle number for my tension. And I'll start with green. And maybe we'll move on to purple. No, I have 2 of these. I should start with purple and then move on to green. So let's do smallest to biggest. So I'll end with this one because that's my biggest ball. So I talked a little bit last time about a blanket that I want to make for my nephew. To make it easier on my brain, because I have a million nieces and nephews, I pick one family each year to give presents for birthdays. This year it's my sister's family. So I pick one sibling on my side and one sibling on my husband's side. He has a lot more siblings than I do. And then on my side, my sister has 3 kids. So the youngest has a birthday at the end of March. And then one of them, the middle child, has a birthday in October. And the oldest has a birthday at the end of November. And so I asked my nephew what he wanted for his birthday. And he said he wanted a blanket. So to make things a little bit easier for me, I decided that I was going to do like a Bernat baby blanket yarn. Or just Bernat blanket, doesn't have to be baby, but like a Bernat blanket yarn. But he loves green. and he really wanted a green blanket. So I'm going to make him a green blanket. But because I live in the middle of nowhere, I don't have a lot of yarn options as far as stores go. So I was looking online and I found some yarn that I want to buy for Michael's, but I don't know if it was my phone or the website, but it wasn't working. It kept saying error. So I have not bought the yarn yet, but when I do, I will make a video over the next month because it will come at the end of February. So February will give me all March to make a blanket. And once I do his blanket, it will give me plenty of time to do the other two blankets, and they will be purple and red. So I should be able, that'll give me enough time to find the yarn and know approximately how long it takes me to make a blanket. Twin bed size. So keep your eye out for that video of the green blanket, and I will try to do a video of the purple and the red blanket as well, but those will be later in the year that I might forget, but I'll try to remember. Okay, so remember how I said I was going to do something different? I'm doing the same thing. So I'm only on round 2, so I have 2 foundation rounds. Now I want to do something different. I don't want to do just the same thing. Although I kind of just have that same thing in my head now, so I will probably make a pattern for it because it turned out really cool. But that's not what I want to do this time. I don't want it to be too crazy because I want each of the colors to stand out. I do think I want it more lacy though, so maybe we'll do, I think I want to do a row repeat. So I think I want to do like solid, less solid, less solid, solid, and kind of just have like a 3-row repeat. So let's try that. So we'll start with our solid rows. Well, I know how many increases I need still. Actually, this should be solid. Okay. Let me undo the second row and do that row solid and go from there.
No, that's me.
She'll hurt you.
Uh,
Yeah, it's a little pink.
Bye, baby.
Bye. So there's what I have so far, just starting row 3 with the chains in between my stitches, and I'm still increasing. I do like the idea of this one, so I might hold this yarn off to the side and not use that for my rainbow, which most of it's not really rainbowy colors anyway. And then do that one for my third vest, because I feel like that'll be 3 different enough color schemes. And I know every single one of them will have blue, but I have a lot of blue scrap yarn. I still need to make some bags, so maybe I'll make a blue bag. There's row 3. So still not very lacy. We're getting there. I'm gonna see if I can get another row, but I might have to frog it. So I just ran out of yarn. I can maybe get 1 more stitch, and I need 2 more stitches and 6, 8 chains. So that's not happening. So we almost finished the round. For something else. I think I'm not going to use this smaller ball and just go straight to the slightly bigger ball. I already have some yarn tangling going on over here. Hi. You want to turn around so you can see the camera?
Yeah. Yeah.
There you go. And now we do green. Oh, this is not the solid row. This is the lace row that I just did. I'm redoing that row.
Mommy, Daddy. Hi. Hi, baby.
I don't really know how to do this pattern with increasing the proper amount of increasing. So it looks kind of, I mean, it's close to being okay, but it was starting to get super wavy, and so I was compensating, but then it started going like this, so I added some increases, and it looks pretty decent, actually. Reached the end of this row. Looks super good so far. I do like the pattern a lot better. I think I have enough for one more row. We'll see. I will be playing a lot of yarn chicken for this project, so we'll see how it goes.
Pop, 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 pop. A, B, C, D, E, F, G, H, I, J, K, L, M, N, O, P,
Okay, so this is what we have so far. Now we need to decide what color to do next. I'm thinking sparkly blue. Or we could do pink. Maybe pink and then blue. Yeah, let's do pink and then blue. Okay, so there's the end of that round. It's super flowy, but the next round is kind of like, so it should fix it. I'm gonna try to see if I can get a row out of this. I don't think it's possible. I did get another row out of the green like I thought I could, and then I had a little bit left, but I don't think I'll get a row, but I'm gonna try. Also, I want to show you something super cute. These are my kids. They are crocheting, and by that I mean playing with hooks and yarn and scissors. Also, I gave Josephine a haircut today because she wanted short hair like mommy's. I said, well, let's cut it to your shoulders and see how you like it. And it's been an hour and she seems to really like it. We did it because she's been having a hard time being motivated to brush her hair, so we figured this would be a little bit easier for her to have it a little bit shorter.
I like doing that. It's not long enough anymore.
So I'm definitely not gonna have enough yarn. I haven't even made it halfway and I'm running out. So I'm gonna check my stash to see if I have the same color so I can pretend to keep going.
Mommy.
I do not have any more of this pink up there, but I did find some more scrap yarns, so we're gonna see if I have any in here.
Maybe.
Are you cutting it? No, that's wrong. Anytime I see a bright pink, I get excited. These are even the same. Well, they're slightly different, but they're not the same as this. Okay, not in there. Now we're gonna check in here. So we're gonna frog this row and cut it. Okay, can you cut this for me?
Yes. Huh? Really?
You did it! Now we need to decide what color to do next.
No!
Oh, I already decided. Sparkly blue.
Yeah. You got
So I think we need to switch to bigger balls because any of these balls that are on the smaller side are not going to give me more than one row. So I think I will go ahead and do, I'll have to do this one soon. Not immediately, but soon, and then I can start doing the bigger balls. So for now, we're going to do the sparkly blue and see how far that gets us.
Mama, just take that, okay? You just take it there.
I finished this row, and it's not laying flat, so I'm going to undo it. I'm going to undo it in the pink row. A few hours later, and now I have the pink row done, looking so much better. So now I will add on the sparkly blue and see if I can keep it laying nice and flat. If it doesn't lay flat, I'll end up having to put a ruffle edge on it like I did with the last one, because I added too many stitches at the beginning and didn't feel like frogging it. But it looks cute, so I'm going to say I did it on purpose. Anyway, moving on to blue. So we finished the blue row, and it lays flat enough for a garment piece because you'll be wearing it, so it won't be super noticeable that it doesn't lay flat. So we finished that one, and there's not a lot left. So won't be trying a second row with this one. So I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to get a row out of this before it's too late, and then move on to orange. These look like the same size, but this is more loosely done in this one. I kind of want to do the orange first to separate from the green, because I already have green. Yeah, I think we're going to do the orange first. This is giving super colorful vibes, and I love it. It's very bright and colorful. So I think for the next one, I am going to do this with the colors to go with it, to give more of like a not bright vibe. And then maybe if I do another circle vest this drop, I'll do like neutrally. I think what would be super fun is if I do like greens and browns, like a cottagecore vibe one. I totally should. So I will do that if I do another one in these 2 months. Then I will do a cottagecore one, or I might have to wait till the next one. Although I totally could do circle vests in the middle of summer, so I might do a cottagecore one in summer. Or I might wait and just do a bunch of cottagecore stuff for fall. Because fall, I feel like there's a lot of really good, like, a lot more people looking for cottagecore stuff. These last 2 weeks, I've not done a lot of crocheting and recording, and it feels good to be back. It feels good to be recording, and it feels good to be making something colorful and fun and new, and I should be working on some older projects, and I'll definitely get to it, but it feels good to just crochet and hang out with you guys. And I mean, I really only took a break for like 2 weeks, but it felt like a long 2-week break. But I just didn't have the motivation. But we're back now, and we're working, and hopefully I can get everything on the list done, even with my 2-week break. But we'll see how it goes. It's tomorrow! So this is what I have so far. Super bright, super colorful. I already have plans. So these are my plans. Start with green, then pink, then yellow, then red. So green is next. I got 2 rows out of orange. It had plenty left. So I think I should be able to get 2 rows out of green. Hopefully. Hopefully I can get 2 rows out of green. And this is much harder to keep my increases, like to do the math for the increases than the last vest I did. So we'll see. We'll see if I can keep it mostly flat. It's mostly flat right now, especially like when worn. It's pretty flat. So we'll start with the green. Well, start today with the green and see how far we can get today. It's already halfway through the day, so we'll see.
It's the baby.
Yeah, of course you can be part of it. Do you know what Mommy's making?
It's a rainbow.
It is a rainbow. I don't remember what I just told you, but we're gonna do it in this order because that's what my husband told me to do. So we're gonna do pink next. I'm hoping this can give me 2 rows, but I have no idea. Also, if it does give me 2 rows, then after the pink, we'll split for the sleeves.
Hello. Thank you for
Oh, don't
me.
get your face on me. You're covered in chocolate.
And me
Can you
today
wash
is
your face?
big.
Thank you.
If you like dancing for me, whole lot. Okay, let's do this one. Let's beat the radio.
Beat the radio.
Yeah, beat the radio. We have to, Mommy, and no one can win. Just us.
What? Alright, let me show you this. It almost lays flat. So I finished the pink row. I have plenty to do a second row. I'm going to try and get 3, but we'll see how much I have left after the second row. And I'm losing it with where my increases are, so I'm going to move to safety pins so that I can make sure I'm increasing where I'm supposed to and not just based off of vibes and feelings. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 50, 51, 52, 53, 54, 53. So every 14 stitches needs a safety pin. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, safety pin 2, 13, 14, safety pin 3, 14, 13, 14. It does make it so that I have a couple extra stitches because it was actually 14.3. And I started right on my thing, but I don't want an increase right there. So I'm going to put it a couple stitches before, I think. That should make it so that I don't have to stress so much about where I'm increasing. So we're going to just keep going with the pink. And I know that I showed you this, but I'm actually going to add this blue between the pink and the yellow because it's the right size for it. And I don't want to do it after the red. So I'm going to do one more round of the pink and then I'll split for the sleeve holes and then we'll come back through with the blue. Yep. Okay. Now that we have a plan and some safety pins, let's move on. So I went grocery shopping and came back with a little bit of yarn. And groceries, but I bought some other things too. So I will show you my baby yarn haul because I have some things I have in mind that I want to make, but no yarn for it. So these don't have any specific projects, but they're kind of replacement yarn for things that I made for this last drop. I bought a mandala.
Mommy, where's the garbage?
I bought this one. That's like, it gives major, what's the word I'm looking for? No,
Hi.
thank you.
I say hi.
Ice cream vibes. Doesn't it look like ice cream?
Yeah.
Neapolitan, there you go, that's the word, Neapolitan. It's not quite right, but it's got that vibe. And I bought 2 of these. I made a granny square cardigan thing with 3 of these. I'm not planning on making that again right now, but maybe I should have bought 3. I should have bought 3 of these because this would be lovely to make one of those. But I don't know. Yeah, go ahead, come in. Did you want to see the yarn that I bought?
Sure.
I bought this. Isn't that huge?
That's big.
And then I bought 2 of these, and I'm thinking maybe I should have bought 3 so that I could make another one of the granny square things because I would need to make a pattern for it. So I should have bought another one. But I was just thinking how it's more spring, so I should probably do something not like that, but I forgot I wanted to make a pattern.
So is there any rewriting stuff?
No, she's welcome to play with that. And then this for scrunchies.
Fair enough.
And then I bought some other things too. Do you want to see?
Sure.
I bought pink paint because I ran out.
That's fair.
Hopefully it's the same color. I bought super glue and then I bought Gorilla Glue because I wasn't sure. This was cheaper, and so if I like it better, then I'll use it. But I wasn't sure if I would like it better, so I went ahead and bought both. And I bought 2 zippers because I want to make a lot of bags, and so I figured that buying zippers would be smart. But I bought like white and black so that I could match them with basically anything.
Yeah.
And then I bought these for making bag straps. I don't know why that's so hard for my brain. And then gray thread to finish sewing on my knee patch. So it's the next day. I finished the 2nd row and I started the 3rd row, but I ran out of yarn with this much left. I wasn't worried about it. As I was like getting closer to running out, I realized that I was gonna run out, but I thought I had more of this color somewhere. But as I was getting to this point, I realized that I was supposed to split for the sleeves. So I can undo it to like here or whatever, wherever I need to. Split for the sleeves and just have this be the top. Like have this part be right under the 2nd armpit. Or I can just finish it and just have an extra row more than I did on the last one, which I think should be fine. So I did in fact find more yarn, but the reason why this wasn't in my scrap basket and was in other scraps was because it's 2 strands held together. It's 2 strands held together with it, and it's really not that much. It's only from here to here. have this much yarn left. I want to say it's not enough, but I don't know. So I think instead of every time I come across a ball that I'm not sure if it's big enough or not, and do a row and have to undo it because it's this much not enough or whatever, I'm going to start measuring them to know how much yarn I'm increasing by approximately each time. And anyway, so I'm going to start weighing my yarn. I'm going to weigh this, see how far it takes me. If it doesn't take me a whole round, undo it. Weigh the next one, see how much that gives me, weigh it afterwards. That way I know how much that round was, and then I'll do that again for the next round, so then I know how much I'm increasing by approximately, and just keep track of all my rows. So then when I come across a ball that I'm not sure if it's big enough or not, then I'll know by approximately if it will be enough or not. Ideally, that's the plan. That's the plan. That's the plan. I probably should clean off my desk before recording something like this, but I don't really care if you see that I have Altoids and paint on my art desk. Okay, 8 grams. Let's see if it's enough. I honestly don't think it'll be enough, but if it is enough, I'll be really sad that I didn't try, you know? Because it would be sad to have this much yarn left over knowing that it could have been enough. I'm moving all of my safety pins, which are my measurements for increases. All my safety pins are moved and we will get started. This looks very pastel-y. Once I add like the red, I feel like that will make it more rainbowish, especially since I have no yellow yet either. I think these are the next 2 colors, so that will be nice. And then I'm not really sure after that. We'll figure it out. Once I get to the red, then we'll figure it out. Oh, I also need to write down that it was 8 grams. 8 grams. I think I really like the idea of this being low-key scrappy looking, but also like, oh no, it's very colorful. I was kind of wanting it to be more rainbow than this, have like a little bit more, like, have it be a little less chaotic, but I actually really love how chaotic it is. And like adding the sparkles in this row, there will be other rows with sparkles as well. The point is, I was originally thinking that it would be more rainbow and less chaotic, but I actually love that chaotic look. So far, I don't think I'll need the ruffles to make it look good, but I kind of want to add the ruffles because I feel like it would just fit the vibe. So I think I will add the ruffles anyway, and maybe just like purposefully have it be like as like colorfully chaotic and just have it be like a statement piece, you know? It would be a statement piece. 8 grams was not enough. It was just about half. Just over half? Let's see. So it made it all the way to here and I had this much left. So just a little bit more than half. So I probably want about like 15 grams for this row, but that will increase every row, so. That was unfortunate. Our next color is yellow, and we're going to measure this to see how much it weighs. 31 grams. That way, if it's less than the round that I just did, then I know it's not enough. And if it's just a little bit more, like I'll be able to tell how many grams went from one round to the next round, and then I'll be able to figure it out. That way, I'm not wasting all my time. Although it doesn't really feel wasteful when I enjoy doing it, but if I could save time, then So I just finished the first row of the yellow, and this is how much I have left. And I went ahead and I weighed it, and it's 15 grams, which means I used 16 grams, which is about what we thought when I did the blue for that round. I said 14, 15, and I used 16. So now I will, I only have 15 left though. So this won't be enough, but it will just barely not be enough. And I have this. So we're gonna go ahead and use it, even though there's a chance it might not be enough because I have more. But I'll be careful with colors that I don't have more of. So it's the next day. Last night I finished the second round, measured the ball that I had left, and I had 6 grams. Is it better? And I had 6 grams left, and I was really confused, so I stopped working on it. So let me give you a little rundown. Started with 31 grams, did one round, had 15 grams, which means I used 16 grams. Which meant if I did another round, I should be using approximately 16 grams. But I had 15 grams left, which meant it was going to be really close. But it wasn't. I still had 6 grams left, which means I only used 9 grams. Now, my theory is that this row is a solid row, and this row is a mesh row. So even though technically there's more stitches, there's a lot more chains and a lot less double crochets. So that's my theory. So I marked down which ones were which so that when I come back to it, I can the math will be a little bit different, and I can math it into my mathing so that I'm not so confused when I end up with 6 extra grams. So 6 grams is not enough for another row. So we're going to move on to red. Cheese. I don't remember what I've said and haven't said. This is 33 grams, just so you know. I'm going to crochet, but since I have this, it's going to be pretty slow, and we're going to do it off camera. And it might take me all day just to do one round because it's a day for this one. Winnie, can you say hi?
Hi. I'm in the channel.
You want to be on the channel? You might have to stand up, not sit down.
Mama, he can't see my eyes. Or my mouth.
Where's Whitney's mouth?
There's my mouth.
It is almost 8 o'clock p.m., which is several hours, like 8 hours later than the last time I talked to you. And I have not done anything with this. Would you like to hear how my day has gone? Let's see, where to start. I woke up to the sound of my 2-year-old throwing up. And then she was pretty good for the rest of the time, and so we had a decent lunch, and she threw up that. And then I was really tired, so I took a nap, and she fell asleep on top of me. I woke up to my 3-year-old asking me if she could get herself a drink of water. Like, yeah, you can actually. You don't have to ask me that. She woke me up like 3 separate times for things that she could do completely by herself. So that was fun. Not like I was gonna get up when I had a sleeping child on top of me. I only took like a 20-minute nap, and my daughter took like a 2-hour nap. So I didn't eventually remove her from myself and put her on the couch, and she was good. So she needed it. She is not asleep yet. I honestly don't know if she will, because she usually goes to sleep right around now, but she also doesn't usually take a nap, but she's also not usually sick. So we'll see. They both had fevers today, and they both had pretty bad diarrhea, which makes my older daughter really sad. But it's fine. They're good. At least my older daughter wasn't throwing up, which was good. But yeah, so that's been my day. So I am going to listen to a book while I crochet, so I'm just going to time lapse it. I think is probably the best option, since I'm just going to be like this. So I just finished the red round, and it has definitely like darkened the vibe. I feel like I should have added a darker color in more, but this is like kind of more of what I was envisioning, was like still bright and colorful, but like also darker. And I think this color kind of gives that a little bit. I mean, it's not dark, but it is like, I don't know, not pastel. Hopefully it works. Hopefully the visions and isn't like a fail. Trust the process, you know? So we did 1 round. I measured the ball, and it gave me, this is 19 grams, which means I used 14 grams. So the next round is solid, which the last solid round took 16 grams, and this is 19 grams. So even if it is more, this should be enough. It should be plenty. So we're going to go ahead and use this for 1 more round, and there will not be enough, definitely not be enough for another round after that. So we'll just do 2 rounds of red, and then we'll go from there. I have not picked any colors out after red. I was just doing the medium-sized balls, so all of these were the small balls. And then once we reached the green, these were all medium balls. The pink. I think the pink started it. Anyway, those are all medium balls. And now I have bigger balls after that. So once we reach the end of red, I'll go back and look at my balls and weigh them all out and have that according, like, put them in order according to how much yarn is in them. I think is probably the best option. The collar is starting to form and it looks super cool. Except on the last one, I like pulled it closed. This seems to be way bigger. But if it's just like sitting, it looks fine. So we'll see. Have this color. It's like a dandelion. We've got red. We've got a darker red that's sparkly. We have this one, which I think is, these two are my biggest, but I don't want them next to each other. And then we have yellow, which looks like a lot, but once it's a ball, it will probably be the one that's in between these two. I have this yellow, but I'm not sure if I want to add it. It's got like a slightly green tint to it. I don't know. We'll see. This one does not fit the vibe. This one I think would work with like the darker color, so I actually do want to keep that one. And then I have this pink. So we have 3 blue like teals, like a dark teal and 2 brighter teals. And then we have 3 different yellows, 3 red pinks. Just eyeballing it without measuring anything, I'm thinking we'll probably would do yellow, pink, red, lightest blue, yellow, other blue. But I'm gonna measure all of them and then decide. So from most to least, nope, least to most, we have orange, pink, red, teal, white, teal, yellow, and medium teal. Alright. This is a terrible angle, but it's... I spent 15 minutes trying to figure out a good angle, and this is definitely not it, but we're gonna pretend like it is. This is what we have so far. These are the colors that we currently have in the order. This is not a great order, considering this is gonna be the end. So this is future me editing this, and I just wanted to pop in and say that I'm not gonna bore you with all of this. It took me probably half an hour, maybe even an hour to decide what color order to do, and in the end I just decided to just do what felt good in the moment and not go based off of anything. I added in a green from my stash to kind of even out the colors a little bit. I tried to bring in a purple, but it didn't fit. Anyway, the point is I spent a long time trying to figure out a color just to say, whatever, we're just gonna go with the flow. I don't know. I have no idea what I'm doing. It is in fact 2 days later. Yesterday I didn't touch any yarn at all. It was kind of a rough day for my sick 2-year-old Whitney. So I didn't touch any crochet. I did have yarn all over the living room, and so my amazing 3-year-old cleaned it all up for me, and I could not find it, just barely, so I had to go ask her where she put it, because I thought she put it in here, but I didn't see it anywhere. She put it in the cupboard. Isn't that so sweet of her? She put all the yarn in here for me. So this is what I have. I think the last time you saw it, I had just done the red. I went ahead and decided to just do rainbow because I didn't want to have to think about it. But I didn't realize that all my rainbow colors are very bright compared to the pastel vibe that I have going on. I think this bright orange does help promise it, but this red is just a little dark. And I can't decide if it throws off the whole vibe or if it just changes the vibe. Because I was hoping it would just change the vibe. But it just feels kind of sudden and feels kind of thrown off. But I'm hoping that going back to the pastel later will like reinforce it and not look so out of place. So I think I'm just gonna leave it for now. I originally was not gonna do a ruffle, and then I was like, well, it's a statement piece at this point, so it should have a ruffle. And so then I had my mind set on the ruffle, and now I'm uncertain about the ruffle again. So we'll see what happens. At this point, I might leave the ruffle alone just because I'm gonna add enough layers without it. I'm not sure. I'm also thinking of not having a closure like I did with the other one and just having it be an open vest. We'll just go with it, I guess. So I wanted to do a little update and show you this because we'll probably have a pretty lazy day again, and I'll probably either get no crocheting done or a lot of crocheting done. So we'll see how that goes. My kids don't usually take naps, especially not this early in the day. It's only 12 o'clock, but they needed it, so I laid down with him on the bed, and my younger one just cried until she fell asleep. And my older one didn't want to take a nap, but she wanted to be with me, so she snuggled with me, and I think she fell asleep first, actually. Anyway, the point is, they're both asleep, and so I have some time to just crochet. I should probably do house chores, but yesterday it felt good to not just sit, to get stuff done. It felt really good to be productive. Today, I need some time where I can just sit and not be touched. Don't get me wrong, I love the snuggles. I love the snuggles so much. Holding them to sleep was a really amazing feeling. But I need to just sit and crochet and listen to my book for a little bit and not be touched and not be productive other than like crocheting. So I was debating what color to do after the blue because I don't really have a purple, and I did this like rainbowy color, and this red is just really, it changed the vibe, which I don't mind. I want the red, but I was trying to figure out what, like, I want to bring back the pastel but also have bright colors so that the red doesn't seem so out of place. And then I also added this, since the center looked kind of funky anyway because the way I started it was weird, and so I added the red to kind of help tie the red in a little bit more. But then I thought, well, what if I add the lighter red because the lighter red matches the vibe, but also like brings in this red. And I mean, I'm only this far in, but I think it will work. And then if I'll bring back the yellow and then pink, I think. I don't know. That's what I'm thinking right now, but I'm just going off hype, so we'll see. We'll see. But it's getting close to being done. Like, it's getting kind of big, so I don't know how many more rows I can add without it being huge, but maybe it will just be huge. We'll see. We'll see. I am having fun with it for sure. So it's the next day. It's the evening of the next day. It's almost 6 o'clock. I have not finished this row yet. It's been, this is probably taking twice as long as I personally thought, because even though all I've been doing is sitting with my 2-year-old, she like will put my hands, she'll take my hands and put them on her, and if I move them, she'll put them back. Sometimes she'll even like get mad at me that my hand's not exactly where it's supposed to be, even though it's where she put it. Anyway, point is, it's been rough. My older daughter got pretty sick yesterday and then bounced back pretty quick. It's been a week, almost a week. She started throwing up on Sunday, and today is Friday. And I know that's a long time for a 2-year-old to be throwing up, but she is like, she's not throwing up everything. Like, food is being digested, she's getting protein and water, and you know, like she's sick, but she's not super sick. You know, like today was probably the worst day so far. As far as like, she hasn't even actually thrown up at all today, but her mood was just worse today. She looked more like she was just kind of falling asleep on the couch, just kind of hanging out, and she didn't really have the energy to do anything. And that was kind of hard. But besides, like, today, she's been, like, almost acting normal. Anyway, enough about my sick child. This episode was not supposed to take this long, but I figured I might as well finish because I'm close. It will take a little bit longer than I expected to have this video posted, but it's fine. This next week, so today was the last day of school for a week because we have spring break, and so he won't be going back to school until next Monday. So we'll have a whole week to recover and hang out as a family. And then on Friday and Saturday, we'll spend that time up north. And I am going to go shopping at Hobby Lobby. And I'm interested in buying a knitting needle set. And I'm having a really hard time deciding what set to get. Obviously, I'm not going to get any from Hobby Lobby because I don't really have a lot of options as far as knitting needles go. I'm looking into the Knit Picks Knit Pro ones that are metal. I want metal, I think is what I've decided. I tried using wooden DPNs and I just couldn't do it. I really like the metal ones that I've been using, the metal circulars, so I think I'll get a metal set. I want an interchangeable knitting needle set. I have a few fixed needles that my mom got me, which is really awesome, but I would like an interchangeable set. And I want to make lots of things, but we'll see. It's so slow of a process, knitting, but also uses way less yarn, so I'm intrigued. Anyway, point is, I might make a video. I don't know how I feel about recording in public. I'm not sure if I will, but maybe I will. We'll see. Maybe I'll just do like a haul of everything I got when I go to Hobby Lobby. Thing is, I just had a birthday and I got a gift card to Hobby Lobby and I got some cash, And we just got our tax returns, so I've got some money to spend, and I would like to spend it on crafts. I'm thinking I'll buy some yarn, but not strictly yarn. Like, I'm interested to see what kind of things, if I had money to spend, which I do, what would I buy? Because I'm curious. I'm curious what that would be. So, we'll see. We'll see. I really want to do that. I wish I could do it this weekend, but I'm kind of glad I didn't plan for it because I probably wouldn't have been able to do it anyway with how sick my kids are. They're not terribly sick. Like, they're okay. It's just lasting longer than I anticipated as far as, like, stomach things go. But my kids are really fine. Like, they're not throwing up constantly, not keeping anything down. It's not. My older daughter's only even thrown up once. Like, they've been pretty good. It's just taking a long time for them to recover from it for some reason. Which is interesting because we have, including myself and my husband, we have 6 adults living in this house. And none of us are sick. But my 2 kids are, which is interesting. Alright. Let me show you what progress I have so far. I'm almost done with this row. I think that the second row of red has really, like, helped with the vibe. I want to add pink back onto here. I have a pink that I want to add that I think would be helpful. I think what I'll do is I'll do yellow and then pink and then probably be done. Maybe do a row of that blue, the slightly darker than this blue. But it's getting kind of big. It's already, like, it's already bigger than the other one as far as after the sleeve goes. So let me finish this row and then I'll try it on real quick and I'll show you what I'm talking about. So the other one, like, it was kind of like pulled and then had a closure. This one I don't think I'm gonna have a closure because it's very, like, big. And I don't love how much this pulls on it. So I think I'm just gonna leave it open. And I can't decide if I want to do like ruffles or not. I think I'm leaning against ruffles, but I might do something. I'm not sure. Not sure, we'll see. I think it's been 2 days, maybe it's been 3. Today is Monday, March 2nd. So last time, I don't know when you saw it last. I know I was at least doing the red, and then I finished the yellow, and then yesterday I did the last row of pink plus a single crochet row to finish it off. And I am finished. I'm not going to take off my hoodie because I'm cold. But I'll kind of show you what it looks like. It look kind of weird with my hoodie. But this is what we've got. I actually really love it. I think that once I added this lighter yellow, that it definitely brought the vibe back. And it didn't, like, I don't know. I like it. I like it a lot. I was worried about it kind of being too much. But I actually really like how bigger the collar is on this one than the last one I made. And I think the armholes are kind of big, but I think it should be fine. It is now finished. And now I have two. Yeah, this one is definitely bigger than this one. There will be a third one coming, but we're going to take a break and make a blanket. But not in this video. We're going to be done. And I'll see you guys next time. Thank you for watching. Bye.